flooding without a drop of rain. Suncoast roads and docks ending up underwater during a dry weekend.
A busy intersection near Sarasota's Bayfront was one of that areas that was flooded and could flood again. It's all because of king tides that crashed ashore, dumping the water onto areas near the coast. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from Marina Jacks tonight to explain what's causing these king tides. Jess?
Good evening, Jacqueline and Scott. King tides are used to describe these high tide events like we experienced over the weekend. Now, according to the National Weather Service, they happen when the sun and the moon align just right. Now, they are typical this time of year, but with Hurricane Nate moving up the Gulf, these king tides were more severe than they typically are.
It's not unusual to see the intersection of Gulfstream Drive and Tamiami Trail underwater, but this weekend it wasn't because of rain. It was king tides crashing ashore.
It was really only about half a foot above where it was, like, say, a week ago across much of the Gulf Coast, but with the presence of Nate over the central Gulf, we had elevated water levels about an additional foot on top of that.
Water so high that this dock was underwater in New Pass. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office warning boaters to be aware of the high tides.
It happens every year. It's naturally occurring, so they're well predicted.
Hurricane Nate had a lot to do with these higher than usual king tides.
But as the system goes to the north, the circulation around the storm, the winds become more southerly.
Onshore winds reaching speeds of 15 to 20 miles an hour, helping to move these king tides onshore. Although he's only been in Sarasota for about 3 months, Marina Jacks General Manager Ira Smith says the weekend tides were the highest that he's seen.
Most of our docks are all floating here, so not a lot of issues. But along the park area there, we have stationary dockage, so the water actually elevated over the walkways.
Smith says a lot of the walkways near the seawalls were underwater at the marina.
We had a lot of jellyfish in the water, which was another cause of the storm being in the Gulf, and all of that tide pushing all that stuff into. So the whole weekend was a lot of high tides and a lot of jellyfish.
Now, according to the National Weather Service, the tide is actually just as high now as it was over the weekend. However, without Hurricane Nate moving up the Gulf, those winds are gone. Reporting live at Marina Jack, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jess, thank you so much.